To me, he should want to leave Green Bay. And again, if we're talking just football, of course I wouldn't say that because they would have been in back-to-back NFC Championship games. And we know from top to bottom they're a quality enough team, even though I think that's primarily because of Aaron Rodgers. I think if another quarterback was quarterbacking the Green Bay Packers, they'd barely make it to the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers is the guy that has them as title contenders. Having said all of that, my opinion isn't restricted to just about the football field. It's the way that the Packers organization has treated him. We give you your money, shut up and play. We handle everything else. But you're asking him for the better part of a decade to carry the damn franchise on his shoulders. The only thing other than Aaron Rodgers that was relevant in Green Bay for years was Clay Matthews' hair. That's it, okay? Nothing else mattered other than Aaron Rodgers and Clay Matthews' hair. And this man had them in the playoffs. He had them as title contenders. He's been to about 3 or 4 conference championship games. The manner in which he has been treated has been so disrespectful as far as I'm concerned, especially with them moving up to draft Jordan Love, never giving him a first rounder to throw the ball to and what have you. They have just disregarded him. And because of that is why I feel strongly he shouldn't want to be there. From a football perspective, I get Max and anybody else's argument, but I'm taking into account all of those ancillary things that affects your mood, affects your enthusiastic approach to doing your job, affects your willingness and your desire and your desiring to be where he is. I don't think that's the case. As far as I'm concerned, I consider moonlighting for the hosting Jeopardy every chance I get. And I hope that, if you're so confident in what you're doing as an organization and it's about collecting assets and things of that nature, why don't you put Aaron Rodgers on the trading block and watch how many people try to kick in your door and offer the farm to get him, because he's that great, he's that elite. We all know it. And the Green Bay Packers know it too. They just don't want to treat him like it. And that's the damn shame of it all. If I was him, I would not want to be in an environment like that. I'd have a difficult time looking at these people.
Hard feelings are hard feelings, but let me just say, you're being quite illogical, Captain. Yeah. Stephen A., that would be true, 5 years ago with Mike McCarthy and the league had passed him by. And you're right, there was no one to throw to. And at different times he's had good receiving cores, but there were times when he didn't. And also didn't have a defense, and you're right, and he carried them to winning records, and every season in the preseason, they were among the favorites, maybe not the very top tier, but the next tier to win the Super Bowl because they had Aaron Rodgers. And back then, I'd agree with you if you wanted to bring this up. Fact of the matter is, right now, if you're logical, see the eyebrow, the Spock eyebrow going up, if you're logical, imagine if Rodgers was on another team and was disgruntled, wanted out, and we were surveying the landscape, what would be a perfect fit? We would look at Green Bay as one of the candidates. They got a real good young coach. Year 1 with Aaron Rodgers, they win 13 games, beat a Seattle team with Russell Wilson. Year 2, they're in the NFC Championship game with a chance to win it. Rodgers didn't run for the end zone, and then coach blundered after that. They had a chance to win the Super Bowl. I think they get by Tampa, they would have won the Super Bowl given the Chiefs' injuries. And now when you look, you ask, well, why not put him on the trading block right now? You know why? Because they could easily win the Super Bowl this year. Now, Green Bay, this is the way they do it. They did it to Favre, too. They'll do the quarterback, even if he's the biggest star in sports. They'll do him dirty. If they identify a dude in the draft, they go, oh, this guy right here, we're going to grab him. Even if he has to sit for a couple of years, we're going to grab him. We think he's special. They felt that way about Jordan Love. And they thought, okay, let's grab our next guy now. Didn't do Aaron Rodgers any favors there, but that's the way they operated with Brett Favre. Favre had plenty in the tank, and they grab Aaron Rodgers in the first round. It was the same thing. Now, should he want out? That's really up to him. If San Francisco, in spite of spending all that draft capital to trade up and get a quarterback, were willing to bring, okay, there are a couple of teams around the league you could argue maybe would be even better for Rodgers. But if you put hurt feelings aside for a second and just look at what's best for his football career, he just won an MVP and arguably his greatest season, arguably the best quarterback ever, just had his greatest season with this coach. And they stand to get even better. They don't have that many needs on this team, and they stand to get even better in this draft. No, I really think what Rodgers should want is a big, fat contract from the Green Bay Packers. Now, their hesitancy to give him that we can talk about, but that's what he should want.
I mean, both of you guys make Logical points, and it depends on how you look at it from whatever perspective or whatever bird's eye view you have. But Aaron Rodgers is out of there, Max. Like you look at this situation, right? What franchise quarterback do we know that is in good standing with his organization that won't renegotiate a contract in order? Because we keep saying he needs more and they need to add more weapons. Well, renegotiating your contract will give them the ability to do that. Yeah, now, maybe they won't, but it will give them that ability. That, to me, is the telltale sign. When you think about these guys that have restructured, Tom Brady extended. Patrick Mahomes took a restructure this year after signing for $500 million. When I was in Dallas, Romo continuously restructured his contract in order to build and facilitate a better team being around those guys. This is the part for me that is telling me more than what Aaron Rodgers is saying, more than what the Green Bay Packers are saying, or anyone else that's talking about this situation. If Aaron Rodgers feels good about the Green Bay Packers, out of all of those things you just said, Max, this should be something that we shouldn't even be talking about. We should be talking about Aaron Rodgers restructuring this contract and the Green Bay Packers going into this draft to help give him more of what he needs or he feels he needs in order to win a Super Bowl. But that's not the conversation we're having. We are having a conversation about Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers being at an impasse, being in a relationship that Aaron is not willing to work out or facilitate the opportunity for them to go make moves. So yes, as much as they've mismanaged putting people around him in the eyes of everybody out there, and as much as we've said Aaron Rodgers deserves better and to have more weapons around him. Now, I've been one of those guys that said, look, he could have did some things in that NFC Championship that could have gave his team a chance to win. But without him, they don't even have that option.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.